And all right, I've hit start streaming here in YouTube Live, and everyone, we should be live. So let us know, everyone, please let us know when you can see us and hear us. Again, all that we need to do is, could you just let us know when you can see us and hear us? So Eric says, Chris, I'm in Queens. People already chiming in their location. I love this. So I'm Cameron.
Hi, and I'm Katie.
And the reason I asked that question at the beginning is because I actually had a really bad experience once upon a time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was one of my first ever webinars, Katie,
Ooh.
and I thought it was going well, and then everyone chimed in the chat, like I checked back and they're like, your screen is broken, you're sharing the wrong thing, and that's why I always ask at the beginning now. And people are already saying that they love your accent, Katie.
It's totally fake.
Yes.
Randy can hear us. Yeah, everyone can hear us. Okay, wow, they came in pretty thick and fast. Thank you guys.
Penelope, yeah, we're using YouTube to stream the video, but it's in our own webinar app. It's kind of cool. So some of you were doing this already, but could you actually just let us know in the chat where in the world you were joining us from? Where in the world you're joining us from? Because one of my favorite parts about this job is that we get people in these webinars from all over the world, from 4 or 5 or even 6 different continents. And I already saw that we had people tuning in from Australia, like Paul, where it's 4 a.m. And wow, answers are pouring in.
I think I saw someone from Bangkok as well. We've got Puerto Rico, Virginia, Texas, Uganda, Canada, Portland, Oregon, Manhattan. We're in Manhattan too. Los Angeles, California, Virginia, Massachusetts, Northampton, Italy, Sweden, Florida. Some people are up way earlier than they should be as well. So I appreciate you guys joining then. Berlin, Sweden.
Amazing. I love it. So
Randy said it for me. Tons of amazing people in this chat. Yes,
thank
Randy.
you so much to everyone. So wherever you are in the world, welcome, bienvenue, bienvenidos, willkommen, teshkore ederim. I need to learn how to say more welcome in more languages, but thank you so much for coming.
Australia and Mexico chimed in as well.
Amazing. So it's 2:02 p.m. here in New York City, where it is snowing outside. I wish I could turn the camera around. It's actually quite lovely. In 2 days' time, it'll be ugly slush. So I'm
Give
glad.
it an hour.
It's very pretty right
gross.
now, though. But I think we've given enough time for those last-minute stragglers to join us, Katie,
I think
right?
so, yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So all that I need to do, I'm just going to quickly share my screen with everyone. And finally, just going to launch my PowerPoint.
Oh, Dennis from South Africa has just joined.
I want to go to South Africa next year. I'm kind of planning a trip.
Ooh,
but in
nice.
any case, welcome everyone to this online workshop with Teachable. Now, the name of this online workshop is Creating Your Own Online Schools and Online Courses Using Teachable. But we like to call this the Quick Start webinar, because this is the place where you're going to get your school started quickly. Now, we're going to take that learning curve and we're going to bend it down for you. We're going to show you just how easy this process can be. I hope you're excited, because I know I am. Now, you're obviously here with us today for a reason. You're here because you're interested in online courses and what you can do with them. But you should be asking some other important questions here, like, who is this webinar built for? Who did we have in mind when we created it? And who's going to benefit the most from what we're discussing today? Well, first and foremost, if you love standing in a weirdly empty conference room pointing at a whiteboard that says idea on it, aka if you're a stock photo model, this will be perfect for you. But seriously, folks, if you have maybe heard of online courses and you think that they might be a great way to monetize your knowledge or expertise, or if you're interested in building your brand or audience online, then this training will be perfect for you. Now, next, if you're somebody who already has a business, whether that's online or offline, and you're looking for a way to expand this business with online training, then this webinar will be perfect for you, because online courses are a fantastic way to scale your business, to improve your engagement, or to add a new revenue stream, and I'll walk you through exactly how you can do this. And finally, if you're already an expert, if you already have an online course somewhere, and you're just looking for a platform that will help you make more money, work more efficiently, and provide a better experience for your students, then this webinar is going to be perfect for you. Now, at this point, I actually want to make a promise to everyone, or 2 promises rather. And the first is that in the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how you can use Teachable to create and sell your own online courses. Now, that doesn't sound like that much time, but you haven't seen just how easy Teachable is. This process is going to move really fast. Now, the second thing that I want to tell you about, or make a promise about rather, is that this webinar will be completely upfront and transparent. No tricks or gimmicks, no surprise sales pitches. Now, I respect you and I respect your time and attention, which is why I'll tell you right now that at the end of the webinar, there will be an opportunity to sign up, but it's not mandatory and all the info is free. Now, I'm telling you this in advance so that you don't feel like I'm surprising you with a sales pitch at the end. Now, you've given us your time today, and we wanted to respect that. Oh, and like I mentioned, there's going to be a special offer for everyone at the end of the webinar today, for everyone who joins us, but more on that later. Because for now, if you're anything like me, when you come to a webinar like this, you want to know what you're getting into. So you want to know what the game plan is, or in teacher terms, Katie, you used to be a teacher, what's on the syllabus. So first and foremost, there's going to be a live demo showing you exactly how you use Teachable to create your own online courses. Then we're going to talk about something very important, how Teachable isn't just the easiest way to build your online courses, it's actually the easiest way to start making money from them. Now, it takes about 10 seconds to set up payments in Teachable. No mess, no fuss, no adding bank accounts, it's all just works, and I'll show you how. Now, after that, we're going to talk about how you can do this all today. Now, the main word in that sentence is today, because creating an online course sounds like a big project. Sounds like something that you should tackle later, or something that you should work on next week or get around to soon, right? It's so easy to put it off if you don't know how easy it is. And I'll show you how simple this can really be. And finally, we're going to go over some real-life case studies of regular people and small businesses who have used Teachable to generate thousands of dollars in monthly course sales from their very first online courses, even if they didn't have a massive audience. Now, I'm serious when I say regular folks. These were people who wrote blogs, had YouTube channels, put out ebooks, and they found that Teachable was the platform to unlock their success. Now, just a heads up, you're really going to want to take some notes. I know it's 2018 and we're surrounded by gadgets and gizmos, but it has been scientifically proven that writing something down by hand is the best way to remember it. So please look around you, grab a pen and paper and jot down some notes. You're not going to regret it. Now, before I do go any further, I have a quick poll for everyone watching us in the chat. Just let me know the answer to this question. Who here has created an online course using Teachable? Now, if you have, give me a yes. If you haven't, give me a no. And if you feel like saying maybe, well, you can say that too. If I see mostly no's, I'll spend more time going over the basics. If I see more yeses, I'll spend more time on those, advanced tips and tricks. All right, Katie, you starting to see the answers come into the chat? People, timing in?
They're coming so quickly. We've got Noelle saying no, Alan. Oh, right. I forgot to unmute myself. That was embarrassing. Yeah, they're all flying in. So we've got Noelle saying no, Alan saying no, Kathy, Melody, Chris, Eric, Kathy, Fedi, sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
Wow,
Kim,
those are pouring in.
All saying no. A few yeses, but they've already gone flying past me. Sorry, I can't read out your name. CJ saying no, Stan saying no, Randy saying nope. My minivan makes me invisible. Girls in their 20s and 30s. Oh, okay.
Okay, Randy.
But so yeah, majority of people are saying no, but there are a few yeses in here as well.
All right. Fantastic. So based off of that, Katie, here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'll spend most of the time, mostly no's, but a few yeses, it seemed like. So I'll spend most of the time at the beginning going over the basics, but then I'll leave plenty of time at the end for those advanced tips and tricks. And now, what you've all been waiting for. It's time to meet your presenters. Hey everyone, that's me over on the left. My name is Cameron. I'm the head of sales here at Teachable, but I actually got started on our customer support team, which means I've helped everyone from individuals to big businesses get started teaching online. And on the right, we have the incredible, the indomitable, the truly unstoppable Katie.
Hi guys. Thank you, Cam. I always like the little intro. Hi guys, I'm Katie Scott and I'm an account manager here and I work with our enterprise clients. I'm also in the chat, so please don't hesitate to ask any questions and we will have a live Q&A. I mean, we are live, but we also will have a live Q&A at the end as well, where we can really dive into your questions more.
And yes, we really are live. We're not one of those people who do pre-recorded webinars. But speaking of reasons why you should trust us, what is Teachable? Like, first of all, everything is Teachable. So we've had over 22,000 instructors use Teachable to share their knowledge. And they've taught over 7 million students. It's actually over 10 million. We should update that, with tens of thousands of active courses and 150 plus. I think we're at about 200 now. $200 million earned by our instructors. And the cool thing is that they come from so many places and teach so many different things. Now, this includes the big names, people like Pat Flynn or Seth Godin, New York Times best-selling authors. And speaking of the New York Times, they use us to run their online school as well. It's actually quite cool. But for everyone here at Teachable, the most exciting part of this is that the people getting those best results aren't just those large businesses and big names. It's people teaching everything from card magic to mushroom farming to personal branding to how to be a better tour guide to watercolor painting to intermediate blacksmithing towards profitable podcasting, or this guy. His name is Alan Perlman. And he attended one of these webinars. I think it was like last year, 18 months ago. And then a few weeks later, he launched the course that he had wanted to build for ages about how to get certified as a drone pilot. Now, this had been something on his to-do list for a long time, but when he found Teachable, he was able to get it up and running faster than he thought was possible. So now, at this point, guys, I'm curious to know in the chat, let me know what ideas do you have for course topics. Now, when I first started at Teachable, I thought that the only thing that people taught online was computer science. But now that I've been here a while, I've seen people teaching everything from A to Z. Literally, from astrology to zoology, it seems like you can teach anything online. And Katie, are you seeing some interesting responses coming to the chat? People teaching some cool topics?
Yeah, we've already got Linda saying, Lady saying yoga teaching. We've got good boss, communication skills, nutrition, photography, language teacher, parenting courses, money mindset. Oh, I kind of like that name. Non-profit leadership for women of color, creative writing, continued education for physiotherapists, vocal coaching, fearlessness, life coaching, investments, personal branding. Oh my God, they keep going on. Emotional healing. These are incredible. Blogging for bucks. I can't read these all, but these are absolutely amazing, and I would love to do like a matrix download.
Francesco says pizza making.
Oh,
Francesco,
vital, yes.
You are welcome to come to Teachable HQ to lead a class on that anytime. But wow, everything from braiding children's hair to tribal belly dance, right next to each other. I love that. So guys, thank you so much for sharing those incredible topics. I know that I would definitely get a lot out of at least some of those courses. Before I go any further, just a quick tech tip for everyone in the audience. Now, in this presentation, you want to make sure you're seeing everything. So if you are seeing anything be blurry or hard to read or out of focus, there's a very easy fix. Just mouse over the video, click the gear icon in the bottom right, and then change the resolution to 720p HD. Again, if you're seeing this presentation be blurry, all you need to do is mouse over the video, click that gear on the bottom right, and change the resolution to 720p HD, and everything should be crystal clear. Now, at this point, who wants to see what your school on Teachable could look like? I'm going to show you some of those case studies I mentioned earlier so that you can know what's possible. So let me know in the chat. I love enthusiasm here, so give me a yes, a ya, si, we, da, hi, or a yes, queen with multiple exclamation points. I love enthusiasm because it shows me that everyone is still with me and that people are excited to learn. That really is the best part of this job. Getting people from all over the world here to learn, and they're excited about it. Hey, Katie, are you seeing some excitement in the chat right now?
We had Felicia come in straight away saying me. We've got Chris is ready, Kathy's ready, Tessa is ready, Penelope's ready, Noelle, Ori, Sabina, Alan, Bora, Wendy, all of them are ready. Yeah, they were like, yes, bring it on. There's a few I can't even read because they're so excited. Awesome, says Deborah.
Right. Amazing, guys. So now let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see a few examples of Teachable courses, these case studies that I mentioned earlier. Randy, I cannot repeat that, but that is actually quite funny. All right. So the first course that I wanted to show you as an example, it's a course called The Foundations of Card Magic. And there's two things that I want you to pay attention to here. The first thing is that this is actually a beautiful topic, like the card magic. I thought that you had to learn card magic from like a magician or something. But here's the thing. They raised money to teach this on Kickstarter. And how much they raised? $66,500. That's how much money they raised to teach card magic online. So again, even if you think your course, like your topic, might be a little bit niche, might be a little bit small, don't worry, because there's almost certainly still a demand for it. Now, the other thing I want you to pay attention to here is the beautiful sales page. So the sales page or landing page, this is where people are going to come to actually, buy your course. So this is the page that convinces them to buy. And it is beautiful. So it starts off at the top with this header image with the title of the course, a subtitle, and a call to action button. It continues with a rich description filled with images and text, an instructor biography so that you can establish your authenticity. Then it continues with the full lesson plan, including links to free preview parts of the course. And then down at the bottom, it finishes with FAQs to address user concerns, testimonials for social proof, and finally, again, that call to action to get started now. And yes, Srimoyi, we can see you. Now, the next course I want to show you, this is also a great topic. It's by a well-known career consultant named Charlie Hohen. So his course is about, finding a job you love. But I want to show you something else here. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. I want to show you what he's doing with his multiple pricing plans. So most people who are buying this course, they're going to buy the $200 option. They get the course and then they get the community for $200. Now, a lot of his users, up to 30% of them, they're going to spend $800 more. They're going to spend $1,000 because they get some one-on-one time with Charlie included. So if you are interested in having, let's say, multiple tiers of your course, like a VIP tier and a basic tier, guess what? You can do that with Teachable, and I'll show you how. So next, I wanted to show you Dave Cross because he does a membership site with Teachable. So many of you might be interested in this model. So this means that he does a membership where you get access to all of his content, and he teaches Photoshop, so you get access to all of his Photoshop courses. Wow, there are so many. You get access to all of these for a monthly price of $19 or an annual price of $162. So if you are interested in setting up a membership site, you can do that on Teachable. Now, next I want to show you Stack Skills because they're a great example of a course marketplace. So a course marketplace means that it's not just your courses on your site, but other people's courses as well. So Stack Skills, they're enormous. They've got hundreds of instructors. But even then, we handle all of the back office work automatically. So when Sajin sells the Python Fundamentals course for $50, we automatically split that money between Sajin and the school owner. It's really simple. And we can do the same thing for you. So if you want to have not just your courses, but other people's courses on your site, Teachable can handle that. Now, next, I want to show you Veduca. So Veduca is one of the largest e-learning sites in Brazil. They've got over 1 million students, and everything on their site is in Portuguese. Everything from the courses themselves to the interface. So, for instance, instead of clicking, sign up, I click on Estude Agora. And instead of putting in my name, I put in my nome completo. Instead of reading and agreeing to the terms of use, I read and I agree to the termos de uso. So again, no matter what language you want to teach in, your students, they'll be able to learn in that language. And finally, I just wanted to show you HealBright. So Teachable looks and works great out of the box, but if you want to be really advanced and take things to the next level, you can actually edit the code on your existing site to do things like add this beautiful video backdrop, or these clean images that fade out to white, or even they built these custom pages like this corporate page for businesses that want to buy the courses for their employees. So again, no matter what you want to do with Teachable, whether it's basic or advanced, we can support you. So now let's go ahead, let's hop in together and let's actually build a Teachable course together. Now again, you don't need to do this alongside me, but please pay attention and take notes, all right? So the first thing, I'm just gonna go to teachable.com and I'm gonna put in my email address. So that'll be this Cam Quickstart, and today is 1/1. What is the date? It's 1115, thank you, 1518 at teachable.com. Hit get started. And now I just have to fill out a simple form. So I'm gonna put in my full name, Cameron Mattis, but I'll see you all on Instagram at Cameron Mattis. And now I put in my email address. It's already there. And I'm just going to put in my super secret password. Sorry, guys, I cannot tell you what that is. And I'm going to agree to the terms of use and privacy policy because these make it clear that you own your students, your content, and importantly, your pricing. Now, when I click Get Started, we start building your site for you in the background, and you just need to complete a few additional details, like creating a name for your site. You can change this all later, and don't worry, this is not something you have to worry about, so I'll just do like Teachable Quickstart, and today is 111518. I'll create the school, and believe it or not, that's it. So if you've been on the internet for a while, you know that back in the day, if you wanted to create an online academy, first you would have to buy a domain name. Then you would have to purchase web hosting. Then you would have to code the entire site on your own computer, and you'd have to wait for everything to load, and you would have to set up everything manually. But with Teachable, we set this up for you, and we walk you through everything that you need to do next. My Wi-Fi is loading a little bit slowly today. It's a little frustrating. There we go. All right. So when you create your Teachable school, again, we walk you through everything you need to do next. And guess what? You can check off this first thing. You've already done it. You've signed up for our free live webinar. And then all you need to do is the steps: creating a course, customize the look and feel, and setting up our domain name. And we've got tutorials and how-to videos for all of them. But let's just do this together right now. So I'm going to hop straight into creating a course. Now, everyone in the chat right now, I need your help, okay? I want to know, what should we be teaching on Teachable? Tell me what we should be teaching on Teachable. I want some funny ideas. In the past, we've done underwater basket weaving, how to train your dragon, all this good stuff. So let me know. I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys think that we should be teaching here on Teachable. And Katie, are you seeing any comedians coming in the chat yet? Anyone with some very funny ideas here?
Not yet, but I can guarantee that they're gearing up on their keyboards for sure. We've also got a couple of people were asking if they can provide coupon codes. You absolutely can, but I'll dive more into that in the chat because already people have chimed in saying how to catch a predator, dog training, how to drink on the job, how to be nice to people, self-management, how to talk to an ICE officer, how to French kiss, how to...
Pizza?
How to make edible food for kids, how to eat an elephant. That is a vivid image. Okay, which one should we go for? I think
I'll leave this up to you, Katie.
Ooh, oh my God, avocado training just came in. Okay, let's go for. I don't know if I want to eat an elephant, so let's go for how to make edible food for kids.
How to make edible food for kids. Normally, I just make inedible food for kids. Just kidding around there. So let me just hop back. So this is the main thing that's showing. Cool. So who suggested that, by the way, Katie?
That was from... Hello from Philadelphia area.
Philadelphia. So congratulations, Philadelphia. Ding, 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 ding. You are our winner. You win nothing. Please look out for your prize in the mail in 10 years. So I'm just going to name this after you, though, to give you some credit. So Philadelphia's Guide to Creating Edible Food for Human Children. Great. Now, Philadelphia, even though you're the creator of this course.
Deborah, sorry.
Oh, it was Deborah. Mm-hmm. Deborah or Debra? There we go.
Just let me know.
Deborah's Guide. All right.
Thank you, Deborah.
Sorry, Katie's mic was muted, but she let me know about this. So, Deborah, even though this is your idea, I want some credit for this because I'm building the course. So I'm going to put myself as the author. Hope that's okay. So my name, Cameron Mattis, expert. The headline is expert food maker or something. I'm going to add a picture of myself here. However, I don't have any pictures of myself on this computer. So instead, I think I'll use a picture of Katie on a boat somewhere. Where is this boat, Katie? I really don't know. And then I just...
Not even sure.
You're not even sure. Amazing. So now I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a bio here, but rather than bore you typing up something, I'll just paste in some demo text. Make your life go a little bit easier. And finally, I'm going to add a course subtitle, which is a line that goes into a bit more info. And it's something like, I don't know, the only guide you will ever need to feed them children. There we go. So I click Create Course. And now my course has been created, and it's time for me to start adding content to it. Now, just a heads up, the terminology that we use when you're creating your course content is sections and lectures. And I like to think of this like a book, okay? So you're reading a book. The book might have 50 pages divided into 5 chapters. In the same way, your course might have 50 of what we call lectures divided into 5 sections. So the lectures are the individual pages where your content lives and students move from lecture to lecture. The sections organize them. So in your course, you might have, an intro section, a middle section, and an ending section. It's just like chapters in a book. So again, sorry if that's boring, but people used to get confused before I started going over the terminology. So we have a section created for us automatically by default. So I'm just going to go ahead and start adding like some content into this. So I'm going to click New Lecture, and I'm going to call this Lecture 1. Eating food is fun. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to add some video content. Now, I will say that you don't need to have video, but I really recommend it because people engage more with video content than they do with any other type of content. So just as an example here, I'm just going to go to my computer and I'll drag in a video file and hit upload. You'll see it uploads in just a few seconds. And by the way, we provide free unlimited video hosting, streaming, and storage with all of our plans. And as soon as it's uploaded, you can do things like add captions, make it downloadable. We make it easy for you. So I've added a video. Now, what's another file type? How about a PDF? So I'm going to go and choose a file, and from my computer, I'm going to drag in a PDF. Now, I'd recommend against having too many long documents in your course, because they can get kind of boring, but it's good to have just a few, like as resources. So I've added video, I've added a PDF, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some text. So if you've ever added text on the internet before, if you know that back in the day, if you wanted to edit text on the internet, you would need to use HTML, ooh, very spooky HTML. But with Teachable, those days are over. So if I want to take this text and make it bold, I select it and I hit the bold button. If I want to make something italic, I select it and I hit the italic button. If I want to link something to google.com, I select it. There we go. Hit the link button. Insert a link to google.com, and I can even choose to have this open in a new tab because we know it annoys people when they're navigated away unexpectedly. So I hit save, and you realize that as I've done this, all this content has shown up on the page as what we call a block. So we have a video block, we have a text block, we have a PDF block, and just like with real blocks, you can drag and drop and rearrange and edit these as much as you want. So you can put them in whatever order you need. You don't need to delete them or re-upload them or whatever. So for me, I'm going to put my video at the top. I'm going to have the PDF in the middle, and then I'll leave the text down over at the bottom. So I think that this is looking good. So I'm going to publish this lecture, and I'm going to move on. So I've added lecture 1, eating food is fun. Now I'm going to add a new lecture, and in this one, I think that I'm going to do, I don't know, how about some community and maybe a quick quiz. So I'm going to call this lecture to how to serve children. Okay, great. I hope that people get that joke. So like I said, I want to add some community as well as like a quick assessment. So first of all, let me show you how hard it is to add community or comments and discussions to Teachable. There we go. That is literally it. Literally one click is all it takes to turn on comments and discussions on any of your course's pages. So this means that you can have people giving feedback all throughout the course, or you can just have, a little bit of a forum at the end, okay? Paula, don't worry, you don't need to follow along, just pay attention and take notes. It'll be easier that way. So I've turned on comments and discussions. Now I'm gonna add a quick quiz. So I just click add quiz and I can just start creating my questions like, who is leading the webinar? The correct answer would be maybe Katie and Cam, and an incorrect answer would be the snow outside. Or how about another, that's a multiple choice, or, how about this? Is the weather outside frightful? Well, the answer is yes. And then or is that rather true? And then the incorrect answer would be false. There we go. So you can add true, false, multiple choice, and we integrate with all these types of, type form software, whatever, if you need to add more advanced options like short answer or fill in the blank. So I'm going to publish this. I'm going to move on. You're realizing that, I've added a lot of different content already. I've only been doing this for less than 10 minutes, and I've already added a few different types of content in 2 different lectures. But what if this isn't fast enough for me? I know that that's hard to believe, but what if I actually have maybe some content on my computer already and I need to upload it all at once? I think that would be faster. So let me show you my favorite feature on Teachable. Also, Katie, you want to enable certificates for this school so I can show them later maybe? So I'm just going to click bulk upload. And from here, I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to select 7 different video files, and I'm just going to click open. And when I hit upload here, what the system will do, it'll import all of these files, it'll analyze them, it'll process them, and then it will create a new video lecture for every single file. So in about 10 seconds, I just created a fantastic lecture, a really fantastic lecture, a super duper lecture, an okay lecture, an incredible lecture, my personal favorite lecture, and the best lecture ever. Okay, so that was, whoops, I accidentally clicked into one of them. So this was really, really fast, and I'm basically ready to go. So I'm just gonna click publish, and I'm gonna move on. So just a few things I want to show you here. If I want people to be able to download the files in my course, I just click make downloadable, and then people can download them. I can turn that off, I can leave it on, however I want. I want to make this first lecture here, I want to make this a free preview so people can watch it before they actually join the course. So I'm just going to click the eyeball icon, and now it's a free preview. It's literally that simple. So now I think I've added enough content, and this course is, but first I should show you, you can drag and drop, and you can even rearrange the lectures themselves. How cool is this? It's so easy to change your content around. Even after you've published your course or sold it, you can still make edits to it. But in any case, time for maybe my favorite part, which is adding a price. And people ask me all the time, they're like, Cameron, how do I price my course on Teachable? How do I set prices for my course? What do I do it? And I think that people are looking for, in this kind of scenario, they're looking for like a magic number. They want me to say like, set your course price to $147 and you'll be an instant millionaire. Well, unfortunately, everyone, there's no such thing as a magic number for selling your pricing. But there's 2 things that you can do, 2 things to boost your sales by, up to 50% sometimes. And here's what they are. Number 1, give your users multiple ways to pay you. Again, just give your users multiple ways to pay you. And number 2, give your users ways to pay you more. Give your users ways to pay you more. It sounds so simple, but you would be amazed at the number of platforms that don't support either of these. Let me show you what Teachable does, though. It's kind of incredible. So first, I'm going to start off by, just setting a one-time purchase for this course. So someone could buy this course for this amount of money. Now, you can do this in any currency you want, but I'll stick to US dollars, and I'll do $299 US. And you can go and buy this course right now. Ta-da! Seriously, that's it. All I had to do is that, and this course is ready for sale. You didn't have to link your tax forms. You didn't have to do any of this stuff. You can sell your course in just a few minutes. It really is that easy. I do want to make a few quick changes though. I want to change this to be called the Basic Edition. And I want this to add a little bit of detail. I want it to say includes only the course. I'm going to show you why in just a second. So we have the Basic Edition now. So remember that rule I said, give your users ways to pay you more? All right, let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to click a new pricing plan. Again, going to be a one-time purchase, again in dollars, and this time it'll be $899. And that's $600 more. I'm going to call this the VIP. I'm going to say includes the course plus some one-on-one private training. So if, an hour or 2 of your time is worth $600, it's absolutely worth doing this kind of arrangement. So there we go. I've given my users a way to pay me more. But remember that second rule, give my users multiple ways to pay me. Okay. So the answer is yes. And let me show you how. So I'm going to select now a payment plan. So this will be, I'm going to allow my users to set this up so that, they can pay $59 a month in 6 monthly installments. And I'm going to call this the pay over time. And I'm going to say, select this option to pay over time. Now, when you do the math, you realize that this ends up being more than $300. It's about 20% more. And that's correct. When someone pays over time, they should pay you more. It's that simple. Now I click add pricing, and there we go. In about 3 minutes, I've added a basic edition, I've added a VIP edition, and I've added a payment plan. It's all set up, and I'm ready to go here. So just a few more things I want to show you. The first thing that I want to show you is our customizable, beautiful course certificates. So you're on Teachable, on our Pro plan and up, you can use our beautiful certificate system where people who finish those courses, they will automatically get certificates, or you can manually grant them. It's up to you. So I just need to select one of my templates, hit continue, and then I can customize it by adding a logo for my computer. I can, change the text to the certificate of, graduation. I can even add email signatures and change the colors around. But this looks really good, so I'm just going to leave this basically as is, and I'm going to activate it. Now, anyone who finishes my course, they're automatically going to get a certificate. And that's, again, available for free on the professional plan. All right? So just a few more things that I wanted to quickly do here. I wanted to edit the sales page. So do you guys remember like the sales page or landing page that we were looking at earlier? These beautiful pages that looked like, this, like the foundations of card magic. This is just such a nice sales page. Well, the cool thing is on Teachable, guess what? We have basically created that sales page for you. So as you add content to your course, we bring it into the sales page. So we create the header, we add the description, we get the author bio, the course curriculum. It's all set up right here. And I just want to customize it a little bit. So for instance, I want to add, a nice little background image. So this is a course about, eating. So how about these bowls and plates? People eat off of bowls and plates. And I want to show you here, we think about the little things. So you see how this white text is a little bit hard to read? Well, I can just drag this little slider we have and we darken the image to make it easier to read. Again, it's so simple. Now I want to fill in the course description, tell the users all about this course and why they should buy it. So I'm just going to use some demo text again, just to make this easy. But in the middle of the description, I'm going to add an image. And I don't think I said this enough earlier. We give you free, royalty-free stock images for you to use however you want, for profit, for free, however you want to do it, they're yours. So I'm going to use one of these stock images, like it looks like a scoop of coffee or maybe some soil. And I'll just put some more text after that because this makes it look more official if you break up big chunks of text with some nice looking images, okay? So I have the description and I'm going to save that. And maybe one other thing that I'd want to add into this sales page, and that would be a testimonial. So you see like over by the FAQs, oh, and by the way, you can drag and drop and rearrange any of these blocks as well. Over by the FAQs, when you're above or below one of these blocks, as we call it, so there's an FAQ block, and there's the course description block, and there's the author bio block. Right by the FAQs, I want to add a testimonial. So I'm just going to click Insert New Block, and we actually have a pre-made testimonial block for you. So I just need to put in the image, but we even have a pre-written testimonial. This is an excellent course, definitely worth checking out. And I'm going to say that this is a testimonial from Ankur Nagpal. Well, who is Ankur Nagpal? Well, believe it or not, he's the CEO of Teachable, and he actually just got named to Forbes 30 under 30. So good job, Ankur. Now, luckily, I do have a picture of Ankur on my computer, so I don't have to use a picture of Katie's face for him as well. So I'll just add this picture of Ankur, and there we go. We've added our testimonial. So I'm just going to save this. And I do want to show you, I don't have quite enough time to go into detail here, but I did want to let you know that we have an incredible, beautiful single-step checkout page. It's the best converting checkout page in the industry. You can customize it to add testimonials and trust badges and bullet points, all these good things. And the other cool thing is that you can do customizable one-click upsells. So when someone buys your course on Teachable, you can just upsell them right into another course. So hey, you just bought my $99 course. Because you just did this, I'm going to give you a $99 discount on my $300 course. That offer is so powerful, and you can give this to people right at the moment that they purchase. This is available on the Pro plan, and we've seen people make thousands of extra dollars using these upsells. It's so incredible. Now, I'm just about done with this, but I want to make a few last-minute changes. Like, let's add a thumbnail to this course just to represent it all around the site, and I'll use the cupcakes because they actually look pretty tasty. So I've added those cupcakes, and maybe I'll add, a promo video as well. But we're getting close to finish with this course. We've really filled it out with a lot of content. We've got a lot of stuff going on in it. All right, so I think I'm just about ready to finish up with this course. So I'm going to hop back to our description. to our dashboard and see what I have to do next. So I've created a course. Now it's time to customize the look and feel. So with Teachable, we've made it easy to do this. So if you want to make changes like changing the site logo, it's all drag and drop. So I just click upload image, and then from my computer, I can just drag and drop in, a logo file. And I think I've got one of these in my computer. There we go. So drag in this logo file, just hit upload, and I've set the logo. Now, if I want to change the font in the entire school, back in the day, I would have to use custom code. For Teachable, I just hit the font, I hit save, and I've changed the font everywhere. Now, I can also change the colors, move things around, change the color of the links, all this good stuff. You can even use one of our color schemes to save you enough time. But I'm going to leave the colors actually the same because it's pretty easy, and I like this color scheme. And Penelope says this looks like Shopify. So Penelope, not a coincidence, Shopify is a great and easy to use platform, and you'll see a lot of similarities between us. We even use the same programming language on the back end. Funnily enough, the founder of Shopify, he actually invested in Teachable, okay? So we're not owned by them, but we definitely understand that they're a great system, and we do a lot similar. So I've customized my look and feel here, and let me hop back to my dashboard. So I've created a course, I've customized the look and feel, and now I'm going to set up our domain name. So with Teachable, you get a free Teachable domain. So that looks like, mywebsite.teachable.com. But also, on one of our paid plans, you can use a custom domain. A custom domain looks like myacademy.com or courses.mywebsite.com. So it will go right into the domain that you actually own. Okay, so if you have a website already, this is how Teachable will integrate with it. Whether it's Squarespace or Wix or WordPress, Teachable will integrate directly. So I click confirm domain. And I'm basically all set here. I just want to make a quick change though. I want to have my homepage be the sales page that I just made. So in any case, I've created a course. I've customized the look and feel. I've set up my domain name, and now it's time for me to launch my school. So I'm going to click the rocket ship icon, and I see some cool animations, and boom. Now let's get to work, and let's start by taking a look at what we built. So let's first view the sales page. Again, remember those beautiful sales pages we were looking at earlier? Well, we just created one in less than 20 minutes. So welcome to Deborah's Guide to Creating Edible Food for Human Children. The only guide you'll ever need to feed them children. Now, I can watch the promo video here of somebody surfing. Oh man, I hope that guy's okay. Or I can just continue to read through the course. So check out the description filled with images and text. Our instructor bio. Lydia, that's in the navigation menu. We can go over that later. The instructor bio, including the picture of Katie pretending to be me on a lake somewhere. It does look like a really lovely lake. Look at that color. And then the class curriculum, including, like I said, those free preview lectures. And then finally, down at the bottom, these FAQs to address user concerns, testimonials for social proof, and then finally that call to action. Call to action to get started now with the basic edition at $2.99, the VIP at $8.99, and the pay over time 6 payments of $59 a month. Okay, so this is all set up, and okay, you thought I was done, you thought I had everything all set, but let me show you my favorite thing. People are going to be looking at this on a mobile device. So we see almost half of our traffic on mobile devices. So automatically, we will format your site. We will automatically format your site for mobile. So for instance, instead of having to, if you go to Yelp, and if you're on your mobile phone, it'll go to m.yelp.com and it looks ugly on the computer and all this stuff. That's not Teachable. We automatically format the site for mobile. So here's the sales page. It's beautifully formatted. No matter what device your users are on, it's going to look great. And it's the same thing, by the way, for the course curriculum. So when I'm actually in the course as an enrolled student, it's clean, it's simple, it's easy to use. The videos, including that download button, remember I added that, the PDF, the text, the link to google.com in a new tab, of course. And just like with everything else, again, it is mobile formatted automatically. So when someone comes to here on a mobile device, they are going to see all the same content. It'll be perfectly mobile formatted, and it just works. You don't have to do customizations or mess around with things. It just works. Whether you're taking a quiz or on a mobile device, or whether you're looking at your course on a desktop, It just works. And let me just say this at the comment in the bottom, like, hey, this just works. Beautiful. And I can just post that comment. Oh, and I can even add images to comments. So I love that feature. It's kind of cool. So guys, we just spent a ton of time talking about Teachable. Like, we just spent a lot of time going over Teachable. And I wanted to thank you for that, because you've given us your time today. And like I said, we really wanted to respect that. But now it's time for, us to take a step back. And guys, it's time for you to like feel good about yourselves, because guess what? You did it, or rather we did this. We did this together, but it really was mostly about you. Now we're going to get to our live Q&A in just a second here, but first let's talk about you. Now, could you do me a favor? Could you let me know in the chat what has been your biggest takeaway so far? Has it been that, hey, Teachable was actually pretty easy, or this thing seemed kind of more simple than I thought, or is it, hey, this course thing really isn't for me? So let us know what your biggest takeaway is in the chat. And we see some pretty cool answers here pretty frequently. So Katie, is anyone chiming in with something interesting here?
Yeah, they have, and they've been doing it throughout your entire demo, which is really cool. Tiffany says, this seems so easy to navigate, which is fantastic. Matthew was like, happy to attend this webinar, and also it was great information. So ease of use, a lot of people are saying ease of use. IDY, multiple. Anyway, Paul says, I don't know what that means. Oh, DIY.
DIY.
That really threw me off. I was like, I have no idea what that means. Paul says multiple pricing option, the payment plan, great explanation of the site. Well done.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Now, thanks so much for, thanks you for sharing your takeaways. Geez, I cannot talk today. But outside of all of those, I want your biggest takeaway to be that you can do this. You too can leap across this mountain. I know, but you can create an online course. But even though I know that you can do this, who here kind of feels a little bit like this? Because we covered a lot. I saw some people wanted me to slow down, but there's a lot to go over. So if you feel like this little guy, it's totally okay. Now, again, I want to stress that you can do this because we know you can do this. We've seen all of these people learning and teaching and making hundreds of millions of dollars cumulatively. And what we found after looking at all the data here is that there are generally two paths that you can take to become successful in teaching online. And both of them can work. Now, the first path is to go on this journey yourself, okay? Take the learnings from our presentation and our summit, I'll get to that in a second, read our blog, take action on your own. Now, it'll take a lot longer, but it's doable, and I know that some of you can do it, and that's totally fine. But then there's the second path, and the second path is to follow a proven path from people who have done this before and get their help. Now, this path is typically a lot faster, and it's a lot more likely to work because there's accountability and because you're working directly with other folks in the same boat. Now, we wanted to offer you that more hands-on second path for everyone who's interested. So generally what we find with courses is that you need two things. You need the thing on the right, you need the technology and tools to make it easy, and Teachable has that covered, no one's debating that. But the second thing is that you need a proven plan to follow from people who have done this before. And that is the hard part, because there are so many gurus out there promoting all their online courses about creating online courses, but what do they know? They've only created courses for themselves. But with Teachable, we have all the data. And that's why we're putting together a special offer for this webinar where you are going to get a ton of extra trainings and content to make sure you have that path, to make sure you have that success, to make sure that even though you have the platform already included, you have all the training and all the info and all the knowledge to make a success of what you're doing. And if that sounds interesting to you, you can buy it right now. The button should be live above this video right now. But I would assume, actually I already saw someone click on the button, but I would assume that most of you want to learn more. So let me tell you a bit about this. First of all, when you sign up today, most folks are going to be getting our professional plan. It's by far our most popular plan, probably because it is about 90% of the features of our very top end plan, the one that costs $500 a month, but it's at $99 a month. And you get everything from unlimited courses and students, customizable look and feel, custom domain, learner progress tracking and analytics, a fully managed affiliate program, email marketing, advanced reporting, multiple instructors, graded quizzes, drip content, and all the features that you would need to take it over the top. And that means that you don't have to pay us a transaction fee. You can get your money instantly. You get free, customizable, automatic course certificates. And to help you out with this, we have our live chat support standing by, again, only for pro folks and up. Now, Teachable is the same software used by all of these folks, everyone from Mariah Cause to Melissa Griffin to Troy Dean to Pat Flynn. And if you don't recognize any of these folks, that's okay. You can be up there too. Now, once you have, like we said, the tools and the technology, that's where Teachable comes in, you're going to want that step-by-step proven plan to create and launch your course. And that's why we created a series of trainings that we call Teachable U. Now, the Teachable U program gives you everything you need to create your best online courses, earn more money, and actually get more freedom. Now, it's an online training program that we developed, and it has a specific way you go through it. It's incredible, and we've driven thousands of people through it. Now, if you want to create a course, this is, hands down, instead of other than paying someone to do it for you, the fastest way to get it done. So what exactly do you get in the Teachable U program? Like, what comes with this? So the Teachable U curriculum consists of 4 premium trainings that cover the 4 major phases of your online course creation. Now, each of these components is designed to help you build a course and sell it. Now, the first training is about choosing your course topic. So this is about knowing that you're confident, knowing that you have the perfect course topic, not just, hey, I want to teach something about, this topic, but I want to teach how to do this specific thing, and I have a target audience of this, and I feel really confident about this. That's what you walk away with. Our next training is about building your audience. And this is about actually reaching the people out there who might not be on your email list yet. Even if you don't have an email list, this is the course or the training about getting an email list. And the nice thing is you use Teachable to build your email list. This training walks you through using Teachable to actually drive people to your list. It's kind of incredible, and you'll find out more about that on the other side. Now, when you go through the steps in this training, you will have created an audience of fans who are ready to buy your paid course. Now, the next training, this is about the nuts and bolts, actually creating your course. So this is taught by our partnerships lead, Jess Couture. She's a course builder herself, and this training will walk you through the actual nuts and bolts of the software to use, the techniques, all the different types of content that you can have, whether it's from you or a partner, and you will have a beautiful course website using Teachable to manage all of it. And then finally, the last training, launching your course, taught by Melissa. Now, after going through this training, you will be able to actually launch your first course, enroll your first students, even if it's only 2 or 3 of them, and generate real revenue, even if it's only a couple of $100s. That's where most folks start, a small launch of a couple of $100 or $1,000. And they do this after following the proven lessons that we give. Now, I'll say this. These trainings aren't just info, it's resources. So in addition to all the info, you're going to get access to our checklists, our templates, our email scripts, our course launch calendar, even our setup guide, our studio setup guide, which we normally sell. Now, you go through all of these at your own pace. It doesn't have to be done with a group, so you can go through this at your own pace, so it'll fit into your schedule even if you are very busy. Now, this might be my favorite thing about this. Once you have gone through these trainings, you're like, okay, what am I going to continue to get out of Teachable U? Every month inside of Teachable U, we put together a brand new hour-long training with a successful course creator that pulls back the curtains and gives us the inside details on how they're doing everything from Facebook ads to filming their videos to building their Instagram following. We've had 4 of these already, and people have loved them. We've got hundreds of people attending each of these trainings. Plus, a little bit of a special bonus. This is included only for the webinar. You cannot get this anywhere else. The Teachable Live course creation workshops on demand. So we had an incredible Teachable Summit called Teachable Live, where we had an amazing group of panelists come in and lead some fantastic workshops on everything from launching your first course in 2018 and beyond. Well, you can skip this one because it's pretty similar to the Quick Start, to launching webinars with Teachable by Alana K. Valia, to how to scale your course business with affiliates, summits, and more. Now, you'll get all those plus 6 more workshops. I can't even list all of them. You'll get lifetime access to those replays. You can't get these anywhere else. We can actually sell them to you for $500, but you can get them for free when you join us on the webinar today. So here's everything we're getting today. Geez Louise, some of these slides need to be updated. Now, you're going to get all of this when you upgrade to Teachable Pro. So you're going to get every single thing we can offer when you upgrade to Teachable Pro. But if you're not quite ready for Teachable Pro, we also do have a basic plan. So it's $39 a month, and you'll still get some of the bonuses, except for a few of them. So you're not going to get, you're not going to get the group coaching calls. You're not going to get any one-on-one help or live chat support. It still has some good features, like you can still have unlimited courses and students and stuff. But there's things that keep it. There's things that keep it for folks who have maybe not really gotten started yet. So there's a 5% transaction fee, all this stuff. Now, most folks end up on the Pro plan. It's what we recommend for most people. And if you're ready to take the plunge, all you need to do is select your plan now to get started. Now, this still gets better because we have what I like to call the world's best money back guarantee. So you have 30 days to go through everything. Set up your school, download everything you have. And if by the end of those 30 days you decide Teachable isn't perfect for you, just let us know and we'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. Seriously, just email us. It's that easy. Now, this is our way of making sure that this is 100% risk-free. So if you're on the edge or you're unsure and you think, I don't know if I can do this, we want to make sure that you have no risk. So you can upgrade with peace of mind. But it still gets better. On the Pro plan only, you're going to get 8 weeks of our live group coaching calls. So I lead these. They're a lot of fun. Typically we have 5 and 15 people each week, and we go over all the things that are troubling you. Everything from, let's say you're having issues with marketing, but you had like a big win yesterday with a Facebook ad. So we have an incredible community that joins these. We share some incredible tips. I've seen some great networking happen here. The only way to get access to is to join us on Pro today. Again, this is only available on Pro. Now, everything you're going to get today, you're going to join us with the Teachable U core curriculum, with all the trainings, from everything from choosing your course topic to launching your course. You'll get the resources, like the course creation templates, email scripts, and cheat sheets. You'll have 12 private online workshops from the Teachable U partners every month. And you'll have full access to all Teachable Live, the Summit on-demand replays. And finally, on Pro, you'll have 8 weeks of live group coaching with the Teachable team. Now, if you look around at high-end course programs like, Eben Pagan's Course U or Jeff Walker product launch formula, these typically sell for over $2,000. And we're giving you all of the content for free when you join us today on our professional plan. So here's what folks have said. Abby, who used to be a virtual assistant and now runs a 6-figure school teaching people how to be virtual assistants, says, I had created online courses before without much success. This time I decided to host my course on Teachable. I just launched my first course and made $41,000 in sales. It's still a little bit crazy to me. I cannot express how happy I've been with Teachable. And Julia McCoy says, I finally hit the 5-figure mark with my first course launch. And this was a content strategy certification. It only took her 20 students to get $10,000 plus in revenue. So here's what you need to do now. If this makes sense for you, just select your plan above to buy the bundle now. And please let us know in the chat if you do decide to buy. Or if you have any questions, let us know in the chat also. We want to get your questions answered. And if you do upgrade, we want to give you a shout out. We want to welcome you. We want to make sure that we get your bonuses expedited. So again, after you upgrade, you're just going to click upgrade your plan. You're going to get an email welcoming you and giving you all the details. And finally, you're going to get immediate access to the bundle. It's automatic and instant. Now, why is this offer so great, you should be asking? Like, why are we able to give this all away for free, if it's actually valued at $2,000? Why don't we just sell it for that? Now, here's the thing. We're a software company. This means we succeed when you make money. We used to sell these trainings and, we made some money, but not that many people could afford them. So we realized that in the long run, we would make more money if we gave away these trainings to people who paid us for our plans because it made them more successful. When people are successful, they kept on paying us. And they referred their friends, they referred their business partners. It was an incredible, incredible success, and we've continued doing it ever since. Now, if you need our help, we're here to help. Our customer care team is standing by, and actually, I would say that this is a quarter of our team. It's now roughly 4 times as large. And oh man, I love these testimonials. Angela, we just sent her a gift for hitting 10,000 students, and this is what she said. I'm thankful for the awesome power of the internet, for a passion I get to share with my students, and for a platform that lets me do it my way. Now, with Teachable, with these bonuses, and sorry about this, Katie, I didn't have any other pictures of you to put on here, you'll have everything you need to create your own online courses with Teachable. Now, our live Q&A is starting now and going for the next 15 minutes or so. So ask us all your questions in the chat because we want to make sure that you're getting started with confidence. And all right, we are back. We are live. Hello, everyone, and thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who is upgraded. And I've seen a few people do it so far. So thank you. Thank you so much, guys. So Teresa says, do you have nonprofit pricing? Teresa, yes, we do. Yeah. You would upgrade first and then contact our team and we'd be able to apply a discount to you. Okay, so Alan says, question, it seems clear to me that the hardest part is going to be making the videos. What guides can you offer for making videos from Kino, which I know well? So Alan, the main thing we recommend is Kino can actually export your video, your PowerPoint as a video, sorry, your presentation as a video. But if you want to take things to the next level, I recommend upgrading to a piece of screen capture software, something like Camtasia or ScreenFlow. These can capture the whole screen, pull in different audio and input sources. You can like put in a video from your webcam or your iPhone, stuff like that. They're a lot more powerful, okay?
Phoebe says, is it possible to make different courses in different languages? Absolutely. So you can have, obviously any of the courses can be in whatever language that you upload the courses in. Additionally, you can actually change all of the interface of your Teachable school to match whatever language you need. So it can be from a left to right language, right to left, and it can be completely customized. So yes, and I'm also going to shoot you a support article on that too.
Jeffrey says, question, if we join the basic, how many features do we get? So Jeffrey, you still get, the core features. People can still take courses on your site. You lose out on the stuff that I will say makes the student experience better and more impactful. So for instance, if you want to certify your students, you can't do that on the basic plan, or you would have to like create every certificate manually in Photoshop and email it to them, that kind of thing. In general, the Pro plan has a lot of time-saving features that expand the student experience, and features that make you more money, like their custom-built upsell feature.
And also a lot of the trainings that we go through. The biggest thing about Teachable U is actually making sure you don't fall into the same pit holes as people who they start off without any training, and then as they go, you obviously learn through trial and error, but it kind of addresses it head on so that you don't fall into those pit holes prior to starting and heading it in. Even choosing your course topic, we have an entire breakdown of how you can choose a successful topic.
So Penelope, this is a good question. She asked, what makes our product better than a competitor? She's been seeing ads for this competitor on Facebook. Penelope, so this is actually some interesting. We found this out the other day. That competitor, they have 2 co-founders. One of those co-founders is no longer at that company. I think he left. Guess which platform he is using to host his own online courses? Hint, it's Teachable. So I think that might be the single best way for me to answer that question. I think that system is good. I think it's powerful. I think it's right for like maybe a niche audience, but I think that most folks are better off with us.
Keisha says, do we need a coupon code? Wow, struggling. You don't, you just select the button. I believe it's above this video. You just select that and we'll automatically be able to track it on the back end as well. Can you change the lectures and modules or sections? Absolutely, Paul. And a few people are asking this prior as well. Once you have published your course, you can obviously go back at any time and put it into draft mode and edit and tweak it as you go. So it's completely viable to what
Noelle, we should be able to get you the bonuses if you just do it through logging in. Just make sure, if you aren't seeing them, shoot our support team an email. Maria Casanova says, I think I might skip my question. Maria, you had a question about private clients, right? So people do private client work with Teachable all the time. Let's say they might have like a base version of their training. They can create a copy of that for each client, which they can customize and make it a little different and add custom content for each of them. So we frequently see people doing client work, private client work with Teachable. Now, people are asking, like, are you guys going to help us market the courses? Absolutely. We will give you all the information we possibly can. We will lead all the workshops. We'll give you all the help that we can to market your courses. We don't market your courses for you, though, and here's why. Because we don't market your competitors' courses. We aren't a marketplace. We're not here trying to promote your courses. We're here trying to build the best software possible for you to build the best course business possible. Now, we will give you all the tips, all the strategies, all the tricks we can. But if we started marketing people's courses, that means that, let's say you were teaching computer science and we were marketing someone else's computer science course, that means that we would have an interest in you not selling your course. And we don't want that. We want to make it so that everyone is on an even playing field.
And that also goes into having the control. So it means we also don't own your content, any of the students that you have and any of their data. We don't own any of that, and we don't own your pricing. So that is, it's very much tailored to it being your business, and we're trying to power that side of things rather than taking ownership of your business. It's we're just powering the technology behind it, basically.
Okay, so Matthew says their percentage deducted on every sale. Matthew, it depends on your plan. On the pro plan, for instance, you can set it up so that there is none. So Jen says, question with payment plan, can I set the pay by date? So Jen, we automatically handle a lot of stuff with the payment plans. So like the pay by date, by that you mean like if someone misses a payment, we automatically done them. We send them emails and we let you know, and we let everyone, like we email you, we email them, we get them to put in their card, we get them to put their card back in. But if we try 4 times, and if we try to bill them 4 times and it fails again, we remove them from the course automatically. Hakeem, yes, you can absolutely get started with that. That totally makes sense. Stephanie says, if I upgrade to Protege, will my 30-day free trial account restart today also? Do I need a credit card? So Stephanie, just to be clear, you are not getting a free trial today. Everyone, if you upgrade today, you are paying us. You're starting a subscription. That's why we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's not a free trial. It's a guarantee. This is companies that have 30-day free trials, like a LinkedIn Premium, for instance. If anyone has LinkedIn and they've ever paid for one of LinkedIn's products where it's like 30-day free trial, and then on the 31st day they bill you, and you contact them, you're like, I'm so sorry, can I please have my money back? And they say, no, ha ha ha, that was a trial, you fool. That's not how it works with Teachable. You pay us up front, but if you need your money back in 30 days, we will give it to you. It is that simple. Now, JB says, if I want to offer an option for a student to upload a video, so JB, students can upload images directly into Teachable. If they want to upload video, that's really storage intensive, so we don't let students do that. But they can upload it to YouTube or Dropbox or Google Drive or anywhere, and they can share a link in the comments.
Someone's asking how long this offer is valid for. So it's for up until the end of this webinar is the fast action bonus, and then for 24 hours afterwards. I'm also just going to open a window because it's gotten really hot in here all of a sudden. Sorry.
Hey, Ori says, I'm trying to purchase a pro plan, but since my email was already set up with Teachable, it won't let me buy the plan again. So Ori, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to share my screen with you and show you exactly what to do. Okay. So Ori, you in particular, what you are going to do, you're going to open a new tab in your browser and you're going to my.teachable.com. Again, that's my.teachable.com. And on the left-hand sidebar here, you're going to see a button to create a new school. You're going to click that button, create the school, and then you're going to upgrade that school. And where do you upgrade the school? In your admin dashboard, hit the plan button on the lower left. It looks like a rocket ship, and you can select your plan from there. So again, go to my.teachable.com. That's my.teachable.com, and once you're there, simply click create new school, name the school, and then you change the plan by clicking the rocket ship icon in admin. So hope that makes sense. I'm sorry that you're running into that.
Joe says, can I continue paying and managing the multiple instructors of my school? Absolutely. So what will happen if you have say instructors contributing courses to your school, you can actually select a revenue share that they can get, and we can automatically pay you out on your behalf if you need.
Or Joy, if you mentioned, I think I saw your question earlier. If you were asking that, you don't have to do that. So if you want to get all the money and then manually pay everyone, like let's say you have a formula for that,
you did ask
you
that.
can do that also.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And another thing, because some people are asking about marketing before I forget, we also do have an affiliate program within Teachable, so you can actually assign someone as an affiliate to help promote your course on their behalf as well. So there are strategies and tactics that you can tap into as well.
Okay, so SVL News says, can out-of-membership courses be added automatically to the membership out of paying for additional course? So SVL, so when you have a membership, and let's say the membership on your site is $100 a month and contains all your courses. If someone you can also have it so that those courses can be available for individual purchase, or they're only available as part of the subscription. So you can have those courses be, again, only for people in the subscription, or available both for people to buy individually and as part of the subscription. We give you the flexibility.
Joy, thank you. So helpful.
Matthew says, how does Teachable integrate with my existing website? So Matthew, let me show you a specific example of how it's integrated. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen with you. And let me go to an example. So you might know this guy, startwithwhy.com. His name is Simon Sinek, and he does all these TED Talks about, finding your why, finding your purpose.
Have you found your why?
I have actually. And you know how I found it? I went to courses. courses.startwithy.com. And this takes you to Simon's Teachable site. So that's courses.startwithy.com. It's on his URL, but it's hosted on Teachable. And everything here is all set up. So you can just buy the course right from here. So again, this is at courses.startwithy.com. All right, perfect. And back to the chat.
Brent says, where is the info on using Teachable with private clients? So unique curriculum or for each client? So it depends. So if you want to have your courses private, so that only people who have direct the URL have direct access, then you can absolutely create that, and I can shoot you a link on how you can make your courses private for those clients. And we actually have seen, Brent, I don't know if you do consulting, but we have started to see people actually do consulting via Teachable as well. So I'm just going to shoot some article information too.
Juan says, I see the product as a perfect tool to sell courses. Can I also sell virtual activities? So Juan, the way that people do that is they create a course called, PDF lesson guide or whatever. And someone buys the course, they just get the PDF. It's pretty simple. Matthew says, does that mean we have to type the domain as courses.mywebsite.com? So Matthew, it could be, you don't have to do courses. It could be, academy or learning . Like you could do whatever you want. Most people use that subdomain just because it's easy. Kate, the percentage does a teacher receive from the revenues? Kate, again, it depends on your plan, but like about $97 from a $100 sale is what you can expect to net on the $99 plan. Mm-hmm. Asiri says, can you go live inside a course member area? You want to drop, Asiri, the live webinar link? Yes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Asiri. Asyry?
Yep.
Hello from Philadelphia area says, can you preview your own course before going live? Hey, I'm going to the Philadelphia area next week for Thanksgiving. Cool.
That's Brenda.
And yes, you can preview your own course before it goes live. There's a preview button to do it. So Rebecca says, is there only one website allowed in the Pro plan? So just to be clear, when you sign up for a Teachable plan, you're creating what we call a course website. This website or school, it can hold as many courses as you want. It can hold unlimited courses.
And students as well.
And students. So you only would need to set up another site if you need it to be completely differently branded. So Rebecca, if you have, got your skydiving courses and you have your crocheting courses, you might need two separate sites. But for the most part, people just put all the courses under one site. LaShonda, you can only get some of the stuff as a fast action bonus today, but most of the bonuses you'll be able to get with a replay as well. We're going to send you an email replay and you can upgrade on that.
If we've missed any questions, make sure you feel free to repost.
Karen had a good one. Karen says, if I set up a course online that individuals can buy, is there any way that I can sell a business X number of users? So absolutely. Selling licenses of your courses to businesses can be an incredible way to make money. And let me show you a quick example. So I'm just going to go to platform.ultimatecourses.com. So Ultimate Courses, this is a tech training website. So they teach everything from, actually it's mostly JavaScript. It's a lot of JavaScript stuff. But in any case, I'm going to go into one of these courses, AngularJS Fundamentals. This used to be called ultimateangular.com, but they changed it. And here's the thing. So you can see you can buy the single license for $129. Or I can buy the team license up to 5 users for $500. Team license for 10 users for $900, team license for 20 users for $14.99, and the team license for 40 users all the way up to $2,500. So this is a very easy way to do this. And when you sell something like this, you just reach out to the company and you give them a license code that you can generate in Teachable that's valid for that number of uses. So when someone buys 40 licenses, you shoot them an email with a license code that will be active for 40 people to enroll for free. So that's how it works. It's dead simple to set up, and people make thousands and thousands of dollars selling to businesses.
Irina says, can I give different discount codes to different groups so I can learn in what group ads work better? Absolutely, you can do that. There's no limit to the amount of coupons that you can create, and you can create them in bulk as well. I'm going to drop you an article to give you a bit more information about coupons within Teachable. Larry
says, if I go to my free site, I've begun with you and upgrade there, will I get the bonuses from this webinar? Larry, you should, but if you're not seeing them in about an hour, please let us know. Mm-hmm. Email us at support@teachable.com. Leo says, how does Teachable protect our content and courses in terms of copyrights? So Leo, you own full copyright over your content. Teachable makes no claim to it. We have a limited license to display it to your customers, but that's all that we have. Now, here's the thing. We take all the industry precautions we can and we block the vast majority of downloading tools. But ultimately, if someone's really determined, they can screenshot your content. They can, hack their system to download a video or whatever. But I would say that I would focus on getting your content out there. So watermarking your videos, so even if they are downloaded, someone will know where they came from. But also focus on more on getting students into your school, okay? Getting students into your school, not keeping students out of it. Tim C is moving his courses over from another platform. Tim, shoot our support team an email and we can enable that bulk import feature for you for a one-time use. Hakeem, yes, you should be able to get the fast action when you join on the webinar right now. Michelle, so you can put unrelated courses in one school. It just might be a little weird. So if your branding for your site is all about, let's say again, it's a course about paragliding, and then you want to start teaching a carpentry course, it might look a little bit strange to have all these carpentry courses and then one paragliding course, or sorry, all these paragliding courses and then one carpentry course. So you can do it. There's no restriction in the system, and you can think about branding it in a separate way. So instead of being branded as, So instead of being branded as, where was that question?
It's shifted up a little bit.
So instead of, oh, there we go. Yeah. So instead of being branded as, my paragliding site, it would just be called, your name's courses. So that could contain, lots of different types of courses. So Alan, I'm going to just drop you a link. Platform.ultimatecourses.com. So Lindsay says, what do I do once I've created my course? Does Teachable market it for me? So Lindsay, again, we don't market your course for you, just like you don't market your competitors' courses either. It's up to you to find your students, okay? Fabi says it's needed a second membership. So Fabi, you should not need a second membership.
No,
unless
a second membership is for if you need a... Yeah. Oh, for unrelated content. So the reason we say that, Fabian, is if you think of your brand, and it is your brand within your site, if you have two completely different courses within that site, it wouldn't really make logical sense to the students who are viewing it or the end user. Yeah. I would start off with one and develop that out, and then if it can fit under that same umbrella, absolutely chuck it in there. But otherwise, you would need a second school for that different brand.
And basically, just to be clear, you can create as many schools as you want. It's just they're upgraded separately. Mm-hmm. So you can have one school that's on the basic plan that you only have a few students in, and your main school is on the pro plan, for instance. Yeah. They're paid for separately. And the good news is we give you a discount. So like when you buy the $99 plan, if you want to open a second school at $99, we give you a 20% discount.
And do bear in mind, there's also no limit to the amount of courses, content, and students that you can have enrolled in one school. So try and develop out that school prior to, if you were to then branch out to another brand or audience.
Okay.
Yeah, Karen has the same question. Is it one per account, or can I have multiple schools in the same account? So, I mean, you can actually have multiple schools within the same email address, because we have a thing called Teachable U, which basically gives you an overview of all the schools that you would be enrolled in as a student, as a owner, as an affiliate, just for ease of use, basically. But no, I would focus on having that one school and that one account that you're going for and developing out. Okay. How do we watermark videos? I think there's a number of tools that you can use for that.
It's not built into Teachable, though.
Don't know off the top of my head of a watermark tool, but I'm sure there are many out there. Okay. And JB asked the same question as well. I guess I actually don't know. Let me look. Hang on.
So I'm dropping you, Lindsay, a link to our blog area that has the articles about growing your business or marketing. There's more info in there than you can shake a stick at. Mike says, are you a fulfillment house for physical CDs and DVDs or workbooks or online platform only? So Mike, thank God we are not a physical shipment place. Like, we have a simple office. We keep everything really easy. So no, Teachable is not going to ship your CDs and DVDs for you. If you want, you can sell those through Teachable, but we're not going to ship them. It'd be up to you to do that.
A way you could do that is just by embedding a form to collect people's shipping addresses, which we've seen. I've also dropped, a few people are asking about the watermarking question. I've just dropped. I just did the quickest Google search for it. So there are a number of things that you can do. There are quite a few systems out there. They wanted to ask as well.
Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do.
Matt Sternberg says, can you recommend mentors for developing content? Developing content and getting started. Is that Teachable You? Yep, Teachable You does offer a great deal of content and help into how to develop out content, how to get started, how to launch a course, how to pick your topic, how to grow your audience. There's actually so many on there, I can't even list them all. But if you don't upgrade and you still want to get some details, our blog has a ton of information. Our Facebook page or our private Facebook group, has over 27,000 instructors in there. So they would be a great resource as well. So there's multiple options, Matt, where you can go. But yes, Teachable You is built for that end use case.
All right. So Keisha says, once you're enrolled and you have no additional questions, are you good to go? Keisha, yeah. If you're enrolled and you have no additional questions, you're good to go. But thank you, by the way. A virtual high five and real high five for joining us. Mike says this is a great service at a great price. Mike, I'm going to steal that testimonial. Thank you. Yeah. Alan, yes, we've got actually a lot of training about video editing, both on our blog and in Teachable You.
Every time there's a question, I'm like, yep, it's in Teachable You. Gracias.
Vet says, would you repeat the advantages of purchasing this program today? So Vet, the fast action, the bonuses you get from purchasing the program as part of this webinar, on the Pro plan, you get the 8 weeks of live group coaching calls. And on both the Basic and Pro, you get access to the replays from the summit. Someone asked about Teachable compared to Moodle. So Moodle, just to be clear, Moodle is an open source learning management system that you have to configure, install, and run on your own servers or pay someone to do it for you. It's flexible and powerful and more typically used by kind of large organizations. I would not say it's anywhere near the level of polish and usability that Teachable is. It's more of kind of like a DIY thing, or it's a thing for large institutions that can have people running it and customizing it full time.
And it's very focused on the tech, just like you're saying. Yeah. So you're focusing on building that out. Do check it out if you
Keisha's either waving goodbye or raising her hand. Keisha, if you're waving goodbye, great to have you. If you're raising your hand, ask your question.
Or high five, maybe. Can't tell.
Okay, so English Friend Academy. Someone asked about Teachable. Oh, I answered that. Matthew, if you want to leave after a few months or a year, that's no problem. We don't own your IP. You can just leave. It is that simple.
Jessica says, so I started with Basic and was wondering if I can upgrade at the advertised price at any time. Yes, you can. And you won't be charged twice. Your account will be prorated with what you've already paid for. So you won't be charged extra, basically.
Leo
or
says,
is the published cost only one time?
Leo has a great question. What does Teachable do better than your number one competitor? So Leo, I'll say this. Maybe they might be a number two competitor. The co-founder of that system, we just found out that he's using Teachable to create his own courses now that he's no longer at that company. So that says something. But about our competition in general, I would say that our main advantage is that our look and feel is great. We're easy to use. And now we're a robust enough system that we have a ton of flexibility. So we can do things that no other system can. Like if you have affiliates who are promoting your course, we can actually pay your affiliates for you. It's kind of nuts. Hey, hello from Philadelphia. Era says, thanks so much for this webinar. Very informative. And look for my prize for my Cooking Kids toys. Yep, you'll see it in the mail in 5 years.
Cheers, Deborah.
Eric says, if your content isn't ready for launch, you have to pay for the Pro plan you're developing. So Eric, you don't have to upgrade to the Pro plan at any point. You could, just continue developing your content. We try to make it worthwhile by giving you content to help you build your course. So Teachable You is most useful when you're still building your course, not when you've built it and are ready to launch. Lucilla says he has an article about... Oh, go ahead.
No, I think we do. Do we?
I think we do.
I was struggling to think of one.
Or let me see. Selling courses in bulk.
I know it might be.
In bulk. Create coupons. So I think it's like part of the coupons article. So I'll drop you a link right here.
I think there also might be something in our blog.
SVI New says, is there a coupon code to upgrade to Pro? So SVI New, no, we track this automatically, so you don't need to enter in a code. Brittany, Teachable You is also available on Basic. The Pro plan will give you additional bonuses, like the 8 weeks of group coaching calls. Matt Steinberg says, thanks for doing this webinar. It was very helpful. Cameron and Katie, I appreciated your teaching clarity and knowledge of the content. I felt comfortable asking questions, which is important to me, and thank you to everyone who participated. Matt, that's that's really nice. Thank you so much, Matt. That means a lot. Kathy, you can come back. You're going to get an email with this offer again, Kathy. It should come in probably about 24 hours, so keep an eye out for that, okay?
If we've missed any of your questions, do make sure you repost them, because we would hate to have missed them. And we don't do it on purpose. It's just because they come flying in. And I know I was losing steam at the end trying to keep up typing. Paolo says, this has been my very first webinar. I was nervous at first, but the information and the way it was transmitted was amazing. Thank you. Well done, Cam. Well done.
Well, thank you.
It was very clear.
You guys are so nice.
I know. Be a little bit meaner. Come on, guys. Anna says, this is definitely the most useful webinar I've attended.
Alan. Everyone's lovely
guys,
here.
Stop. But don't. Give us more. How do you choose the pictures for the sales page? So we do have royalty-free custom photos that you can use. I would definitely just try to keep it a clean and simple image, and that's relevant to your topic of choice. But that's a good question. I would test it out with a few different people, maybe going through your course, to see which one vibes with the most. But try to keep it topic. Try to keep it on your topic, so it's pretty clear what your course is the moment someone lands on it, and you want it to pop a little bit as well. Fabian says, text content can be uploaded indirectly. I think you maybe do you mean captioning? So having subtitles within your videos, you can absolutely upload a file to do captioning, and I'll also shoot you an article on how you can do that as well.
Esther says, how do you choose the pictures for the sales page? So Esther, you choose the pictures from the sales page. We have a built-in group of royalty-free stock images, or you can add it from your computer or find pictures on the web. And as long as you have permission to use them, you can upload them to your course. And
a good way to do that as well is I learned a new trick that you can also just Google whatever image that you're looking for, and there's a setting or a filter within Google that is it basically filters and only gives you pictures that are
Creative Commons or whatever, or open source. I can't remember what it's called. Yes,
something like open source, or it just basically gives you. Let me look it up, and then it will basically give you royalty-free images just populated within Google. What was I looking for? Oh, captions.
Captions,
images, and then I'm gonna look for images.
All right. All right, guys. So let's take one or two more questions before we wrap this up. One or two more questions just before we wrap this up, okay? And all right, anyone? Any last minute questions? Any last minute questions, please? We're here to get those questions answered.
Caption. Ooh, that took me a while to find that. Sorry, Fabian. Oh, Fabi.
All right. So Esther says, can you use different languages in the same course? For example, can I have the same course in Norwegian and English and Spanish? So Esther, you can have the course content in any language you want. The interface of the school, however, that's only going to be in one language. So if you want to have the interface of the school in multiple languages, you would need to set that up separately. Alan says, if you need specific tech support, shoot us an email at support@teachable.com or start a live chat on the Pro plan. Tessa says, I'm hearing many trade courses, but what about movement classes or academic classes? Tessa, academic classes do very well, especially if they involve testing or tutoring or getting prepped for something specific. Movement classes, dance, fitness, etc., those all do very, very well as well. Fitness is one of the biggest, is one of the biggest verticals on Teachable. Brittany says, this has been so excited. This has been so helpful. I'm excited to get started. All right.
I finally found that Google image thing. So you Google whatever you're looking for. Maybe it's, I went for sport, shocking. And then you select, within the images, you select tools.
You want to Slack me the link and I can actually just open it?
I'm going to put a, Or just put anything, but like sport and... And I'm also going to shoot you a screenshot. So
sports, and I'm going to go to images, and under...
Are you sharing?
I'm not sharing my screen yet, so that would be a good thing. Sports, images, and there we go.
And then go to tools.
Tools.
Yeah. And then
usage rights. And a label
for reuse.
Label for use. There you go. I can use all of these sports images. Fantastic. Good tip, Katie.
You are welcome.
Jen says on the Pro plan, can I integrate MailChimp? Yes, Jen, you can absolutely integrate MailChimp on the Pro plan. Karen says, have to go, but thank you very much. This has been very helpful. I'm watching for a client who's looking for a solution. You've convinced me to present Teachable as their vendor. You may have convinced me to sign up personally as well. Karen, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I will say that if you're signing up one person, you might be signing up more than one. So look into our affiliate program as well. Fabi says, this setup separately implies different schools in each language. So Fabi, yes. If you need to have different interfaces for your content in multiple languages, then yes, that would require separate schools. And all right, questions in the chat. People still have questions?
Send all your questions. Fabi says, this setup separately implies different schools in each language.
We answered that one.
Sorry.
So it is 3:30 here in New York City. So
that's flying.
I think we're almost time to wrap this up. Eric, yes, we do have events or workshops at HQ. If you're in New York City,
you should also join our Facebook group. That's where we post information about our things like our events.
And you can also shoot us an email, support@teachable.com, ask to be invited for those, and we'll be happy to invite you. So guys, I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. So on behalf of myself
and from me
and from everyone else here at Teachable, thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. All right, guys, take care now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, and the team. They're behind us.
Oh, and everyone else in the team. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Let's wrap this up.